New tool time. What I have here is a new thicknesser from AXMINSTER tools. So let me get this unpackaged and show you what I have. So what I have here is the AXMINSTER AP330ST surface thicknesser. And why I've gone for this is because of its capacity. I had a little plainer thicknesser that could do, I think it was 200 something mil. This could do 330 mil. Now to get this put together, you've got a nice instruction manual that has pictures in it, fantastic, but also on the website there's a little video showing you what to do. So I'll put a link to it down below and you can check out this machine. It all comes pretty much assembled, it's just that knob that it's putting on and then the shroud for the dust hood. And as you can see, there's a little locker for the tool storage on here. Very nicely thought out. So this shroud just attaches with a couple of Allen headed bolts, and then it's got a little anti-static cable that goes on where the keeper for the power cord goes. But I'm not going to attach this quite yet because the interesting bit is underneath it. And that's this machine has a helical cutter block and it has 26 HSS blades in there. So if I open that little tool store back up, and in there I've got a hex head tool, and I should be able to get it in here and take one of these cutters out to have a little look at it. So we have a little double-edged cutter, which means when I need to replace them, well, I can just turn it 90 degrees and get a fresh edge. Or if I ever need to replace a blade, I can just change one of the cutters if there's a chip out of it. And no more having to set blades. These just go in and set themselves. I can't believe how happy that makes me. I hate setting thicknesser knives. Now I've had a good nose on how the cutter block works, we can get this dust shroud installed. The dust port has a nice feature on it, and that's that it takes two different sizes of hose. You can have the 100mm or the 63mm, I think it is, that goes in there. The last thing to do on the setup is just check if the tables are all lined up with each other. So I've got my spirit level, I'm going to get that on there and have a little look. These look like they're going to need a small adjustment, so I can just loosen this nut off and wind this pillar in and out as desired. So I think we're all set up. Let me show you some of the other features. Before you think this is a bit of wood, you need to know what measurement you're starting with. And there's a handy tape measure with a stop against the body, so I can see this is 63mm. Then we can wind our cutter block down to that measurement, and there's another ruler and a scale on the side. On the front there's another little gauge, and underneath there's a pin. When you push it in, it moves this indicator. So if I push my piece of wood in, the indicator moves up, showing how aggressive a cut I would take. Now, if I'm happy with that cut, I can lock the cutter head in place by pushing this lever. That'll stop it moving, and that should help reduce snub. On the side there's another little knob, and this has some presets for different depth stops. And what it does, it moves this little turret inside that when you lower the head it will stop at those exact settings. Great for repeatability. Because this is a bigger machine than I'm used to, I probably need a bigger dust extractor, but let's give it a go. Lovely finish, but I definitely need a better extractor. So that has left a beautiful finish. Definitely no need for sanding on this. And this was just a bit of scrap pine, some construction timber. I pulled out the shed to test it. But let me show you why I got this larger thicknesser, and that is for these oak panels I've glued up. So these are 300mm wide, but this thicknesser can do 330mm, so we've got loads of room left over. So let's see how it does on a nice bit of hardwood. So that came out of there beautifully. Definitely the nicest finish I've ever had out of a thicknesser. Very impressed with that. Definitely no sanding needed. Having that extra capacity is wonderful. So other little features it has, cable winder there, and then you've got handles at the top for lifting it off a bench, or you've got handles underneath as well if you want to get it up from the bottom. So it can fold up and move away. I'm going to stick this under a bench until I need it next time. Now, I paid for this with my own money, but AXMINSTER did give me a discount on it, so I just wanted to make you aware of that. But very impressed with this machine. Quiet in operation. The motor is, well, motor's allowed, but it's got a nice tone to it, I think. It's not one of those high-pitched whining ones, and when it actually cuts, it's very quiet. The cutter block is definitely quieter than standard knives. So yeah, I'm impressed with it, and I think you'll see this getting a lot of use. So I'll stick a link to this down below if you want to check it out. So thanks for watching. Thanks to my patrons, and please subscribe for more videos.